What's good, YouTube? Anthony Lyons, AL Designs, back with another video. This one's gonna be a good one. We got a 2024 Toyota Tundra 1794 edition. Badge right there. We're gonna hook it up AL Design style. We got some kicker speakers going in the rear doors. We got kicker speakers going in the front doors. We got tweeters. We got an amplifier. We got a subwoofer going down in here. We're gonna build a fiberglass box in here. Mount the amp behind the seat here. We got a lot going on. So get your popcorn, get your snacks. Stay with your boy. It's gonna be a long one. I'm gonna make this one long. Let's get it. All right, y'all, in the Tundra, we gonna get started. We gonna start with the rear speakers. Why? I don't know. We're just gonna start with those. So let me get this door off and then we'll show you what we got going behind here. This is 6.5 inch, I know that much. But we're gonna dive into this rear door. Oh, the neighbor's doing something. All right, let's get this door off. And this is what we got, y'all. As you can see, it's like a 6.5, but it has like all that plastic, all that thickness in there. So we got to recreate that. I got some expanded PVC and we'll make some spacers and we'll get this thing looking right. We're gonna put a little sound deadening on there. Down the road, we'll probably sound deaden the whole door, but for now, we're gonna put a little bit on the front and on the inner, and then keep it moving. So let me get the other door off and then I'll show you how I make the adapter. All right. All right, y'all, this is how we're gonna do the adapter. We got 1/2 inch expanded PVC, or foam board is what they call it too. This stuff is amazing. Get yourself a router or jigsaw, but I love using the router. And then measure from here to here and get as close as you can to this thickness. And I believe it's 1 inch on this one. So we're gonna build it up to 1 inch. We're gonna trim this little lip so that I can flush it on here, and then I can copy this on the router so I get a perfect shape. I can get perfect spot for the bolts, the screws. So yeah, let's get this going. All right, y'all, as you can see, I got the rear speakers done. We're gonna move on to the front speakers. These are 6.5s, and I got the fast rings on there so all that energy can come through, filter all through the door without getting trapped. But yeah, let's move on to the front doors, and then we'll see where we're gonna mount this amplifier. Probably back here somewhere, so stay tuned. All right, y'all. As you can see, all the speakers are done. We got components in the front, the tweeters are in the dash. Down the road, we'll probably upgrade and put 3-inch in the dash and then put the tweeters in the A-pillars. The A-pillar tweeters got to be pretty special. It's pretty custom to get them in there. It's a tight fit, but we got the tweeters in the dash, we got the 6x9s in the door, and then the coaxial 6.5 in the rear. So we're good to go there. Now, we're gonna take this sub out, look at the space back there, and we're gonna mount the 5-channel amp back there. So that's up next, so stay tuned. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Anthony Lyons, AO Designs. Let's keep going. All right, y'all, on to the sub box. We are going to do some fiberglass in here. We're going to fiberglass a box for a 10-inch kicker, shallow mount subwoofer, and we'll probably carpet it. Real simple, straightforward. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, I'm all done with the Toyota Tundra 2024 1794 edition, but we had some issues, and let's go over it. We had a pack module that I was gonna put down in here behind the radio. It was supposed to be plug and play, and they work really good for the most part, but this one was defective and it had some pin issues, and I was running out of time, so I instead had to go with a LC7i, which worked out really great. There's a factory amplifier underneath the seat, so I tapped into those with some T-harnesses so I didn't have to cut anything. Then when we got everything going, you know, some things, you know, the customer wasn't too happy with the sound at first, you know, and maybe it was my fault. I didn't really clarify some things, but we got it back on the right page. We ended up, before I had the tweeter right here, and this was turned off. Now we have a tweeter, and we also have a 3-inch, actually it's a 2.75-inch kicker in the mid-range there. So we have that now, and then the tweeter back up in here, which also, you know, brought the level of the staging up, so it sounds a whole lot better. We have the mid bass in the door, the 6x9. We have coaxials in the rear. Let me show you what I got. We have, like I said, LC7i. We got the 5-channel, all tucked behind the panel, real nice. And then, of course, we have, I'll put that back on. We have the custom fiberglass box, all wrapped. We'll probably do another one on the other side in the future, but as of right now, that's what we got. It shows that sometimes things don't go as planned, but hey, AO Designs will make it right, no matter what it takes. But yeah, it's a wrap here in San Diego.
Everything coming along. Sounds good. We'll keep it pushing. Stay tuned.